kindergarten. Today, our activity is going to be all about something called the circle of control. So go ahead and make a circle with your hands. We're going to talk about the things that we can control, the things that go inside the circle, and the things that we can't control, all the stuff around us that goes outside of the circle. So today, you are going to need your writer's notebook and a pencil. That's it. So we can think of the circle of control as all the things that we have choices about, the things that we can control. So there are things that I can control that you can't, and there are things that you can control that I can't. So all the things I can control have to do with me. I can control my mood. I can control how I choose to react to things or what I do after something happens. I can control what decisions I make. I cannot control what decisions you make. I cannot control how you are feeling about something. And I cannot control how you react to something. So the things I can control all have to do with me, and the things you can control all have to do with you. Now, there are other things that I can't control. I don't get to decide if it's sunny outside. That's not something I get to choose. I don't get to decide if someone is unkind to me. If someone does something that's not very nice or something that's mean to me, I didn't get to choose that. And that also means that it's not my fault. So there are some things that I can control. There are some things that I cannot control. Today we are going to draw a circle of control, and we're going to label it with all the things that we can control that go inside of that circle. And we're going to also label some things that we can't control. And this will help us to start to learn to regulate, say that word, say regulate, to regulate how we react to things and how our emotions are. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around, and I'm going to pick up my notebook. Go ahead and get your notebook, and we will draw together. All right, kindergarten, I've got my notebook here. I've got my pencil as well. We're going to go ahead and turn to a brand new page. Here we are. Oops. I noticed that there's more in there. I'm going to turn past that. And actually today I'm going to write sideways in my book. So go ahead and turn yours sideways. If you need to, you can flip your book open this way so that you have enough room. If you are on a table where you have plenty of room for it to lay flat, that is okay too. So in my writer's notebook here, I'm going to draw a circle. Now, am I going to draw the teeniest, tiniest little circle right here? No way. Am I going to draw it so big that I run out of room and go off the page? Nope. I'm going to choose a middle-sized circle. So it's got to fit on the page, but I also want some space around it. And luckily, because our notebook is a rectangle, it shouldn't be too hard. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a pretty big circle. Notice how I'm holding my pencil. I don't hold my pencil like this. When I hold my pencil, I first start with 2 fingers like I'm pinching it, and then the rest of my fingers curl underneath and support. They hold it up from the bottom. So I'm gonna hold my pencil correctly. You don't need to be all the way down here at the tip, but if you hold it all the way back here, it's a little harder to control. So find a nice spot in the middle. I'm gonna go ahead and hold my pencil and make a circle. And again, I'm not making it teeny tiny, and I'm not making it huge. And if I make a circle that's not perfect, I can say, "Aw, man, it's all good." No worries. I'm not a perfect artist. You're not a perfect artist. We are okay. This is our circle of control, and I'm actually going to label it. You do not have to label it if you do not want to, but I'm going to use this red line up here as my baseline. Circle of control. And if you are hoping to label it just like I did, you might pause the video so you can look at the letters and know how to spell circle of control. Now, inside, I would like you to label the word me. All the things in the circle are things that I can control. So me is in charge here. Now, outside are the things that are not me, things that I cannot control. So inside, I am going to draw a couple of things that I can control. I'm going to draw them kind of small. Now, if it's hard to think of something that you could draw for a particular idea you have, it's okay if you want to write the idea instead. You can choose whether drawing or writing or some of each makes best sense for you. So I know I can control how I'm feeling. Nobody else is in charge of deciding how I feel. So I'm going to draw a little happy face there, and I'm going to write feeling. 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 I can control what I eat. Now, I'm a grown-up, so I get to decide all of the meals that I have. But to some extent, you guys can control what you eat too. You get to decide if you want to eat lots and lots of candy, or if you're going to have all of the vegetables that Dad puts on your plate. So you get to decide what you eat. And if there are things that you would like to eat that you aren't currently eating, like if you want to eat something more healthy, you get to ask. You can control asking. Now, you can't control if somebody says no. If you ask to eat a whole cake and mom says, nope, that's not going to happen, that's something you cannot control. So I'm actually going to include asking. I can control what I ask for. So there's a little question mark. Question means we are asking something. I get to control what I ask for. I can control what I think. Here's a thought bubble. Think. There are a lot of other things I can add into this, and I will. I'm going to control other things. I can control where I go. I can control what I say yes to. If somebody asks me to do something, I can decide to say yes or no, and I get to decide that. That's nobody else's decision. But let's think about other things that are outside of our control. And this really helps us to think about what we can do to help ourselves. So we made some New Year's resolutions, and if we resolved to do something that's not in our control, then we need to rethink that. If I had a New Year's resolution that said, I'm going to spend 20 minutes in the sunshine every day, but then it rains for a whole week, can I control that? No. So I need to think of a new resolution, because if there's not always going to be sunshine, then I can't meet my goal. So let's think about things that we cannot control, things outside of our circle. So sunshine or weather is one of those things. I cannot make it be sunny, and I cannot make it rain. So I'm going to say weather, something I cannot control. I cannot control what other people think. So I'm going to draw the same little picture going the other direction. And I'm going to say other people's thinking. Other people's thinking. I can't control that. I can't decide what your favorite color is. I can't decide what you want to do today. I can't decide anything for you or any of the things that you think. Now, I can't control the weather. I can't control other people's thinking. What else can't I control? I can't control what other people say either. So the same way that you can't make me say something, I can't make you say something. What others say, I can't control what others say. There are a lot of other things that I can't control. Overall, I really can't control you. I can't control the earth. So I want you to go ahead and take your writer's notebook, Draw a big circle. If you want to label it, you can. If you don't want to label it, that is okay too. But make sure you write the word me inside the circle. And if you wanted to take some time and draw yourself, you can go ahead and draw yourself and give yourself a little visual reminder of who is in this circle. This is not where your sister goes. This is not where your cat goes. You can't control whether your cat sleeps or is awake. You can't control whether your sister does her homework or not. You can only control you. So maybe draw yourself right there in the middle. Add some things that you can control in the middle and some things that you cannot control on the outside. Don't just copy what I did. If you have some of the same ideas, you can include some of the same things, but I want to see some new ideas too. Go ahead and take a picture and then tell me with your voice what exactly you included inside your circle and outside of your circle.